In this video, we are going to show you how to change your oil and replace the engine oil filter. Each time you change your oil, you will need to install a new engine oil filter. How often your oil should be changed can vary from vehicle to vehicle, so consult your owner's manual for an exact figure. The manual will also indicate the correct grade of oil needed and the amount required by your vehicle. Synthetic motor oil can be used in just about any car, but it is important to make sure you have the exact grade that your vehicle calls for. Before starting the procedure, we recommend checking your vehicle to determine your oil filter's location. They are usually mounted to either the bottom or the side of the engine, but can also be found topside underneath the hood. To find your matching engine oil filter, go to filterheads.com and use our year, make, and model search. Be sure to choose the proper engine size to ensure you find the exact match for your vehicle. There are multiple different styles of oil filters, each with slightly different variations in the installation procedure. The two primary categories are spin-on filters and cartridge filters. Spin-on filters come in a singular piece comprised of an outer shell and a fabric filter. Cartridge filters have a reusable housing where you insert a replaceable filter cartridge. While most cartridge filter setups are similar, Toyota, Lexus, and Scion all use a unique type of cartridge filter and housing. You will want to take note of the exact type of filter your vehicle uses, as it will determine if you need to replace the filter before changing the oil or after. In most cases, you would replace the filter after the oil change. The exception to this are the standard cartridge mount filters. These must be changed first. The reason for this is because excess oil will drain back into the engine once the old filter is removed. We'll demonstrate changing the cartridge style filter first. If you don't have a standard cartridge filter, you can skip to the oil change procedure using the timestamps in the description. This type of filter is usually found on the top of the engine. Use a ratchet wrench with the appropriate size socket to open the housing. Remove the cap and the old filter. While the oil from the housing drains into the engine, remove the O-ring and replace it with the one that came included with your filter, and lubricate it. Please note that some filters may require multiple O-rings. Install your cartridge filter into the housing cover and make sure it is securely attached. Install the cartridge into the housing and hand tighten the cap. Then you can slightly torque the cap. Refer to your owner's manual for the proper torque specs. Now we are ready to drain the oil. First, you should let your engine run for 5 minutes, then turn it off and let it sit for 10 minutes. This will ensure that the oil is warm and will drain out smoothly. Don't run the car for too long or else the oil will get hot. Inspect the oil reservoir cap and clean it if necessary. Before raising the car, chock the wheels for additional safety. Make sure the car is raised in a position where the oil will drain out properly. Place jack stands for additional safety. And then lower your vehicle onto them. Once the car is raised and secure, you will want to put your oil pan in place. Then you can remove the drain pan bolt with the appropriate size socket and a ratchet wrench. Please note that drain pan bolt size can vary. You can use a breaker bar if more leverage is needed. Wait for your oil to completely drain. Inspect the bolt to make sure it isn't stripped. Replace the gasket on the oil drain plug, as these are intended for single use and should be replaced every change. Reinstall the drain plug by hand, and then tighten it with a ratcheting wrench. Refer to your owner's manual for the proper torque specs. Make sure to use a ratchet and not a breaker bar. If you still need to change your oil filter, then make sure the oil pan is positioned so that it catches any oil from the filter. Otherwise, skip ahead and finish your oil change. If you have a Toyota, Scion, or Lexus, skip ahead and see how to change your unique cartridge filter. Now we will go through the filter change procedure for a spin-on mounted filter. You should be able to loosen a spin-on filter by hand, but you may require a basic oil wrench if it is too tight. Remove the old filter and make sure all of the excess oil drains into your pan. Before installing your new filter, remember to lubricate the O-ring. If it is a bottom-mounted spin-on, then you will pre-fill the filter with oil. Make note of how much oil is used, as it will be important when it comes time to add the rest of the oil. By doing this, you are allowing enough oil pressure to circulate the oil properly when the car first starts. Otherwise, there will be a brief period where oil is not running through the entire engine system. Hand tighten your new filter onto your vehicle. Once your new filter is installed, you can skip ahead and finish your oil change. The last type of oil filter to demonstrate is the unique cartridge filter seen in Toyotas, Lexuses, and Scions. These filters use a unique housing, which will require a special oil filter wrench to remove. Visit your local auto parts store and they should be able to help you find the proper wrench. Once loosened, you should be able to remove the housing by hand. Allow the excess oil to drain and remove the old filter from the housing. Remove the O-ring and replace it with the one that came included with your filter. Don't forget to apply oil to the new O-ring and install the new filter into the housing. Then you will pre-fill the filter with oil. Make note of how much oil is used. Reinstall the cartridge filter by hand. You may need to slightly torque the housing. Refer to your owner's manual for the proper torque specs. You are now ready to finish your oil change. Raise the vehicle, remove the jack stands, and then completely lower the car. Remove the wheel chock. Add the correct amount of oil to your engine. Remember to account for whatever oil you may have already added to your oil filter. Run the car for a minute to circulate the oil, then turn the car off. You can now check your oil level. Remove your dipstick and wipe it down. Take note of the two notches on your dipstick. These are your minimum and maximum fill lines. Reinstall your dipstick and then remove it once more. Your oil level should sit just below the max fill line, but should not exceed it. If necessary, add more oil to your engine. Otherwise, you are now done with your oil change. We hope that this video has been helpful. Visit filterheads.com and order your oil filter today.